2017 to 2019. Warriors. KD broke the league. The Warriors didn't win a championship. They ended basketball as we knew it. The 2017 Warriors were the death of parity. After going 73-9, they added Kevin Durant, the second best player in the world. It wasn't a super team. It was a tech-backed war machine. They steamrolled the league, went 16-1 in the playoffs, and made every finals predictable. Fans didn't cheer. They checked out. It wasn't competitive. It wasn't fun. Durant's move was legal, but it felt wrong. A franchise that once symbolized teamwork became the villain. 3 titles in 4 years. And all anyone remembers is how unfair it felt. 2020 Lakers. Mickey Mouse. Ring narrative, LeBron won his 4th ring, and half the internet said it didn't count. The 2020 Lakers dominated the bubble, but the bubble never escaped controversy. With no fans, travel, or pressure, critics called it a Mickey Mouse ring. LeBron led the team, Anthony Davis played like a monster, and they crushed Miami. But no parade, no fans, no arena noise, just silence. People said the league gifted LeBron a smooth path. Some blamed the shorthanded competition. Others said it was the easiest road to a title in modern history. Stats couldn't erase the narrative. To some fans, that ring still has an asterisk. 2008 Celtics, first modern super team. Hate before KD's, move, or the decision. Boston built the first hateable modern super team. The 2008 Celtics brought the blueprint. KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, 3 future Hall of Famers, united by front office trades. They called it Ubuntu. Fans called it unfair. The team dominated defensively, steamrolled through the East, and bullied the Lakers in the finals. But they weren't underdogs. They were orchestrated. They taunted, trash-talked, and crowned themselves after 1 ring. Role players became enforcers. Opponents called them arrogant. They sparked a trend that would reshape the league and split the fan base. Boston didn't just win. They started a war on basketball purity. 2011 Heat. Not 1, not 2. Arrogance backlash. LeBron didn't just form a super team. He promised a dynasty before a single game. When LeBron, Wade, and Bosh linked up in 2010, fans were shocked. But then came the decision. Then the smoke. Then the mic. Not 1, not 2. The Heat crowned themselves before earning anything. That arrogance defined them. In 2011, they lost to Dirk. America rejoiced. The backlash was brutal. Burned jerseys, boos in every city, choker memes everywhere. Even when they won back-to-back titles, it never felt redemptive. The hate stuck. LeBron became a villain. The Heat became the league's black hat. It wasn't just about winning. It was how they promised domination and demanded love. 1996 Bulls. Too dominant to root. For they went 72-10, and somehow, fans started rooting for anyone else. The 1996 Bulls were perfect on paper. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Phil. They won 72 games, then breezed through the playoffs. But something shifted. Fans didn't see drama. They saw inevitability. It became boring. The league turned into Bulls versus everyone else. Rodman's antics, MJ's trash talk, and their suffocating control over the media made them feel untouchable. Too clean, too good, too scripted. Some admired them. Many resented them. When a team wins that much, people stop watching for greatness and start hoping for failure. 2004 Pistons, defensive bullies with no stars. The Pistons didn't beat you with talent. They beat you with fists and fury. The 2004 Pistons were everything the NBA wasn't selling. No superstars, no glamour, just violence in a jersey. They shut down the Shaq-Kobe Lakers with defense so brutal it felt personal. Ben Wallace manhandled MVPs. Rasheed barked at refs. Rip and Chauncey ran a methodical punishing system. To purists, they were a miracle. To casual fans, they were unbearable. Games were ugly. Scores were low. They made basketball feel like a wrestling match. Winning wasn't enough. They humiliated legends. That earned respect and a lot of hate. 2021 to 2023 Nuggets. Jokic bias. Media disrespect flip. The Nuggets went from overlooked to overhyped. And fans flipped fast. For years, Jokic was ignored. Then came 2 MVPs, and suddenly, he was the darling of analytics and Reddit. By 2023, Denver swept the Lakers, dominated the finals, and crowned Jokic as the best on earth. But something shifted. The "he's underrated" narrative became "he's flawless." Fans grew tired of the worship. Every missed call sparked conspiracy. Every big win sparked arrogance. Nuggets fans called out the media for disrespect, then turned around and drowned the internet in smug posts. It wasn't the winning, it was the whiplash from silent to smug that made people turn. 2000 to 2002 Lakers, refs, egos, and Shaq's trash talk. The Lakers won 3 straight, but many say they never should have. The early 2000s Lakers were dominant, but they weren't loved. Game 6 against the Kings is still called the most rigged playoff game ever. Shaq was unstoppable, but arrogant. Kobe was brilliant, but aloof. Phil Jackson ran it all like a cold empire. They didn't just beat teams, they mocked them. Trash talk, locker room fights, and referee scandals followed them everywhere. Their three-peat was real, but messy. To Lakers fans, it was a dynasty. To the rest of the league, it was a reminder that power protects itself. 2022. Warriors. Light years. Arrogance returns. They said light years ahead. And in 2022, it felt like a taunt. The Warriors came back in 2022 like ghosts that refused to die. Curry returned. Draymond barked. Poole exploded. But the old arrogance resurfaced. Bob Myers and Joe Lacob bragged they were light years ahead. They danced on the Celtics' grave. Draymond mocked everyone from fans to the media. Warriors Twitter went nuclear. People weren't rooting for them. They were praying they'd lose. It wasn't about talent, it was tone. The league's golden boys came back with a smirk, and fans hated every second of it. 1990s Rockets, benefiting from MJ's absence, back-to-back titles, and still, people said they only won because Jordan left. The Rockets of 1994 and 1995 were dominant. Hakeem was surgical, the defense was elite, and the second run included a Cinderella comeback. But the ghost of Jordan never left. Critics said their titles had an asterisk. No MJ meant no real test. Even though they swept Shaq's Magic and beat elite teams, fans saw them as placeholders, not champions. That doubt stuck. They were too quiet, too classy, too forgettable. They earned everything, and still got treated like borrowed time in the Jordan era. 2003 Spurs. The boring dynasty begins. They won rings, not ratings. The Spurs dynasty started with a yawn. The 2003 Spurs were efficient, disciplined, and invisible. Tim Duncan was flawless, but soft-spoken. Popovich coached like a general, not a showman. They beat the Lakers, then the Nets, and won it all, but no one noticed. No drama, no flash, just slow, fundamental basketball. They didn't sell shoes or headlines. Casual fans tuned out. Even some NBA fans rooted against them just for being dull. The league wanted stars. The Spurs gave them spacing and bank shots. It was the start of a dynasty, and the beginning of mainstream indifference. 2005 Spurs. Worst rated finals ever. They were champions. America didn't care enough to watch. The 2005 Spurs-Pistons finals went 7 games and still pulled the worst TV ratings in modern NBA history. 2 elite defensive teams clashed, but it felt like watching molasses move uphill. Duncan was dominant, but emotionless. Detroit grinded possessions to 15-second shot clocks. Every game was a rock fight. No dunks, no fast breaks, just fouls and mid-range jumpers. The basketball was pure, but boring. Even NBA diehards struggled. The Spurs won another ring, but outside San Antonio, no one celebrated. They weren't hated for being bad, they were hated for being unwatchable.